We talk a lot about growth, we read about it, we repost quotes about it, we say we want it, but most of us are still clinging to something that quietly kills growth. Comfort, not physical comfort, not luxury. I'm talking about mental comfort, emotional safety, routine, the familiar patterns that keep us from becoming who we could be. If you want this year to feel different, to feel alive, fulfilling, expansive, then you need to let go of your comfort zone. Not eventually, not someday, this year. And today we're going to talk about why. Why comfort is costing you, why discomfort is where the future lives, and how to start moving, even if your hands are shaking. Let's go deeper. 1. Comfort feels safe, but it's quietly stealing your potential. Here's what comfort does. It tells you everything is fine, you're making enough, you're good at what you do, you're not failing. So why shake things up? But let me ask you this. When was the last time you felt proud? Not just comfortable. Comfort numbs. It keeps things manageable, predictable, familiar. But comfort rarely makes us proud. Comfort doesn't stretch your skill. It doesn't sharpen your creativity. It doesn't call out your brilliance. It just keeps you still. And that stillness, it doesn't mean peace. Sometimes it means stagnation. If you're not growing, you're slowly shrinking. And it's time to get honest about that. 2. Discomfort isn't the enemy. It's the invitation. We've been wired to avoid discomfort, to seek the easiest route, to interpret fear as a no. But discomfort isn't a red flag. It's a signal that you're on the edge of something meaningful. That feeling in your chest when you're about to try something new, that's not danger. That's growth trying to get through. Think about it. Every turning point in your life probably started the same way. You were uncomfortable. You took the risk. You had the hard conversation. You said yes before you felt ready. And even if it didn't go perfectly, you became more you through it. So in 2025, make this your mantra. Discomfort is not a problem. Discomfort is proof that I'm expanding. 3. Your comfort zone is familiar, but it's also a fence. Let's get visual for a second. Picture your comfort zone as a small room. Everything you know is inside it. Your routines, your habits, your job, your self-image. You've painted the walls. You've got cozy furniture. You know exactly where everything is. But there's one problem. There are no windows, no fresh air, no sunlight. Just a locked door, and the key is in your pocket. That locked room might feel safe, but it's slowly suffocating your ambition, your growth, your vision. Stepping outside of it might feel terrifying, but it's the only place where your next chapter lives. This year, don't redecorate your comfort zone. Exit it. Step out. Look around. Breathe deeper. Live bigger. 4. Growth isn't always loud, but it's always uncomfortable. There's a myth that growth is glamorous, that it looks like promotions, awards, applause. But real growth, it's quieter than that. It looks like saying no to what you've outgrown. It looks like showing up to something you feel unqualified for. It looks like being a beginner again. It's awkward. It's humbling. It's full of days where you wonder if you made a mistake. But then, slowly, quietly, you look back and realize you're stronger, clearer, more courageous than you were. The person you're becoming in 2025 will be built in the discomfort, so don't resist it, respect it. 5. 2025 will reflect the risks you're willing to take. Let's get real. You can't take the same actions as last year and expect a completely different result. If you want this year to feel expansive, you have to move differently, ask more. Pitch yourself, speak up in the room, launch the thing you've been sitting on, say yes to the uncomfortable role, say no to what's no longer aligned. The future doesn't respond to hesitation, it responds to motion, forward motion. If you keep doing what's easy, you'll keep getting what's safe. But if you stretch, if you get uncomfortable on purpose, you unlock levels of yourself you didn't even know existed. You don't grow by playing it safe. You grow by betting on yourself, even when your voice shakes. 6. Quit the comfort zone before it becomes a cage. Here's what happens if you don't move. If you keep choosing what's easy, if you keep ignoring that quiet voice telling you to evolve, the comfort zone becomes a cage. It limits your relationships. It narrows your confidence. It kills your creativity. It locks your potential inside 4 invisible walls. And one day you wake up wondering, why does everything feel so small? It's because you stayed where it was safe. And safe is no longer serving you. So let this be your reminder. If it feels too familiar, too easy, too predictable, you've probably outgrown it. This is your sign to move. Finally, this is the year you outgrow, playing small. You weren't meant to repeat the same year on loop. You weren't born to survive. You were born to create, to lead, to become. But that version of you, they don't live in your comfort zone. They live out in the open, past the nerves, past the fear, past the place where you always play it safe. So this year, Don't just set goals. Set standards. Don't just make a plan. Make a promise that you will no longer stay small just because it's familiar, that you will stretch, that you will ask more of yourself, that you will move even if your hands are shaking. Because comfort isn't where your purpose lives. It's just where your fear hides. And this year, it's time to stop hiding. If this message spoke to you, if it lit something up in you, hit that like button. Subscribe for more content that's not just about success, but about becoming your most powerful, aligned, and authentic self. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.